Hi, this is Kashpunisa Bagewari. Welcome to my channel. In this video, I am going to talk about Amazon S3 static website hosting. So in this video, we will see hosting a static website on Amazon S3, steps to enable website hosting, setting permissions, website endpoint, adding a DNS name, using a custom domain with Route 53, benefits, and we will have hands-on demo. So let's start with the first part, hosting a static website on Amazon S3. You can use Amazon S3 to host a static website. On a static website, individual web pages include static content. They might also contain client-side script. So with the help of Amazon S3, you can host your website, but it should be static, and your web pages may contain some client-side scripts. Websites with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript can be hosted on Amazon S3 under static web hosting. By contrast, a dynamic website relies on server-side processing, including server-side scripts such as PHP, JSP, or ASP.NET. Amazon S3 does not support server-side scripting. So, Amazon S3 mainly only supports for static website. It does not support for dynamic. So, website made from HTML, CSS, and JavaScript with some client-side script, you can develop your website and host on Amazon S3. So you can maybe some AngularJS, React.js websites can also host on Amazon S3, but you cannot host your PHP, JSP, and ASP.NET websites. To host a static website on Amazon S3, you configure an Amazon S3 bucket for website hosting and then upload your website content to the bucket. When you configure a bucket as a static website, you must enable website hosting, set permissions, and create and add index document. So these are the essential steps when you want to use Amazon S3 as a website hosting. So you need to enable your website hosting property, and then you can set permission, and then you need to create and add an index document. Depending on your website requirements, you can optionally configure below web page redirects, web traffic logging. So these two are the optional. So if you want to redirect your page to some other website or any other URL, you can use this property. And web traffic logging, if you want to log your traffic, you can use this feature. These are optional, but these are essential. So we will see one by one. So first is enabling website hosting. So you can log in to your AWS Management Console and open Amazon S3 console. In the bucket name list, choose the bucket that you want to use for your static website. Choose properties. Choose static website hosting. Use this bucket to host a website. So this will enable your static web hosting. And enter the name of your index document. The index document name is typically index.html. The index document name is a case sensitive and must exactly match the file name of the HTML index document that you plan to upload to your S3 bucket. So here you need to add index.html your file, but it is case sensitive, and this file name should be exactly match which file you want to plan to upload on S3 as an index document. Optional, if you want to add a custom error document, in the error document box, enter the key name for the error document, for example error.html. The error document name is case sensitive and must exactly match the file name of the HTML error document that you plan to upload to your S3 bucket. So this is also case sensitive. If you want to set some custom error page, you can set this, but this is optional. Optional, if you want to specify advanced redirection rule, edit redirection rules, use XML to describe the rules. If you want to set some redirectional rule, so you can go in this edit redirection rule part, and you can set some XML. You can set some XML rules to redirect your website. Under static website hosting, note the endpoint. The endpoint in the Amazon S3 website endpoint for your bucket. After you finish configuring your bucket as a static website, you can use this endpoint to test your website. So with the help of this endpoint, you can access your website and you can test with this. So save your configurations, and you are now completed the first step, enabling the website hosting. So moving to the next step, setting permissions for website access. If you want your website to be public, you can grant public read access. To make your bucket publicly readable, you must first disable block public access setting for the bucket. Second, write a bucket policy that grants public read access. And third, if your bucket contains objects that are not owned by the bucket owner, you might also need to add an object access control list (ACL) that grants everyone to read access. So in the set permission, the first step is you need to disable block public access setting. These are steps for if you want to your website should be publicly available, then these are steps to make it publicly accessible. So this first you need to disable your block public access. Then second, you have to write bucket policy that will grant public read access. And this is third, in case if your objects in your buckets that object owner is not the bucket owner, then you need to set ACL. Okay, so here is one sample bucket policy. So here is effect is allow, principal is star. So principal is star means it can be any one. Action is S3 get object. So this is for read only. And resource is the ARN of your bucket. So this is your example. Suppose your bucket name is example.com. So this bucket policy will grant public read access to any user. So it will be publicly accessible. Your website, your bucket objects will be publicly available. So anyone can access your bucket. This is the read only permission to anyone. Okay, so this is sample bucket policy. You can use this. So moving forward, website endpoint. After you configure your website as a static website, you can access the bucket through the AWS region specific Amazon S3 website endpoints for your bucket. Website endpoints are different from the endpoints where you send REST API requests. Amazon S3 doesn't support HTTPS access for website endpoints. If you want to use HTTPS, you can use CloudFront to serve a static website hosted on Amazon S3. So here, okay, you configure your bucket as a static website hosting. So how you can access your website? With the help of endpoint. So with this help of, this is a regional endpoint, and it is different from REST API, and a REST API request that you using endpoint for the REST API request, that endpoint is different. And Amazon S3 does not support HTTPS access. So if you want to secure your website, you can use CloudFront, and with the CloudFront with Amazon S3, you can make it, you can upload your certificate, and you can make your website as a secure. But with the alone itself, only Amazon S3, it is not possible. Amazon S3 only support for HTTP, not HTTPS. but it is possible with the help of CloudFront. Depending on your region, your Amazon S3 website endpoint follows one of these two formats. So the endpoint having these two formats. So S3 website dash region. So http:// name dot s3 website dash region dot amazonaws.com, and this is same, but here is dash, here is dot. So these are two formats are available for your website endpoint. For example, the following URL requests the photo.jpg object that is stored at the root level in the bucket. Then what may be your endpoint? http:// example-bucket.s3 website.us2.amazonaws.com/photo.jpg. So this is the sample URL. Okay. Moving ahead, adding a DNS CNAME. If you have a registered domain, you can add a DNS CNAME entry to point to Amazon S3 website endpoint. So if you already register your domain name, so in your CNAME field, you can use this your Amazon S3 website endpoint. So you can use your domain name for your website which is hosted on Amazon S3. For example, if you register the domain www.examplebucket.com, you could create a bucket www.examplebucket.com and add a DNS CNAME record that points to www.examplebucket.com.s3 website.region.amazonaws.com. So you need to create your bucket name like that, your DNS format, so you can then use it as your domain name. Okay. Using a custom domain with Route 53. Instead of accessing the website using an Amazon S3 website endpoint, you can use your own domain registered with Amazon Route 53 to serve your content. For example, example.com. So if you are using Route 53, you can also use that as a domain. So instead of using the Amazon S3 endpoint, you can use your domain name. You can use Amazon S3 with Route 53 to host a website at the root domain. Okay, moving ahead, benefits of static website hosting. So what are the benefits? It is simple and easy to host your static website. Low cost. Hosting a website in S3 does not incur extra charges. You are paying standard S3 price on GET request and data transfer out of the bucket when a user visits your website. So this is the normal S3 standard charges it will apply. There is no extra charge for hosting a website. Maintenance. Your static website now resides in S3. There is no longer any server-side code to maintain and no web servers to configure and keep up to date. Scale. S3 is a high availability and durable service that AWS maintains. If your website goes from 10 users a day to 10 million, S3 scales your website automatically. So you no need to worry about your availability and scalability. So Amazon S3 will be scalable. Amazon S3 bucket, your website will be automatically scaled as per your requirement. Security. There is no server running that you maintain, thus you avoid making configuration errors that make you vulnerable to attacks. You are still responsible for security of your bucket. Remember, your website bucket is public. So some security is maintained by AWS, some you need to take care of it. Okay. So these are benefits of a static website. It is easy, low cost, no need to maintenance. It scales automatically these are the benefits. So moving for the next step, hands-on demo. So we will see how we can enable and host our website. So here I am logged in my AWS account and I am on my Amazon S3 console. So this is my bucket, www.staticwebsiteexample123.com. So I just created this bucket. So now first step, we need to enable static website hosting. So we need to go to properties, and in properties this is the static website hosting. So here is host a static website which does not require server side technology. So you can click here. So here this is the endpoint. You can access your website with the help of this endpoint, and here are the three options. Use this bucket to host a website, redirect request, disable website hosting. So by default it is disabled. You can enable by clicking it here. So use this bucket to host a website. So now you are enabled this, and here is index document. So you have to type here your index document file name, index.html. So this is my index.html. Error document, if you want to set a custom error page, you can type it here, but it is optional. But index.html, as we see, it is the required, and it is case sensitive. It must be exactly match your actual file name which you are planning to upload on your website. So suppose this is my index.html file. Okay, so I'm going to this optional, I'm not going to fill up. You can disable anytime, okay, by clicking here if you want to no longer host your website. And you can you can this note down this endpoint. We will require this. Okay, now I'm going to click on save button, so it will be enabled. Okay, so now my static website hosting is enabled. So you can see here. So now I'm going to overview page. So here I already uploaded one index.html file. It is a very simple index.html file. Okay, I will show you what is exactly the content inside. So this is my index.html file which I uploaded on Amazon S3 in my bucket. So it is a very simple for the demo purpose. This is just one title, hands-on demo. In body there is one header, Amazon S3 static website hosting, one paragraph field. So this simple I want to show you. So okay. So what is our next step? We need to set permission. So in permissions, you can go here. We block all public access. So we need to change it, edit, and disable this. Okay, and save. Here I need to type confirm. Okay. So now public access settings updated successfully. Now what I'm doing here, I want to give my website a public access. So now in overview page, now now I want to make this file as a public. We can set bucket policy also, but here is I'm having only one file, so I can make public like this also. Select, go to actions and make public. So it will also give me the public access. So here now this is the my endpoint. Okay, I'm going to now I had done all my required steps. So now I'm going to refresh. Now see, you can see my website is working. So this is my website, and I host my website in a very few clicks, in very easy steps, and in very less time. So it is with the help of Amazon S3 static website hosting. This is coming very nice and very quickly, easily, and no need to set some server side setup, maintenance, nothing. It is scalable and no need to maintenance, and in a very few click you are just done. So I think you like this lecture. That's it for this today. See you next time. Please subscribe to my channel. Bye.